live to 100, that means I have 50 more years. And these 50 years flew by. So if the next 50 years fly by, I don't want to be like, dang, well, I spent it working, man. Man, I just spent it working paying bills. That's why. That's not happening to me. I'm not doing that. I want to spend the next 50 years doing what the hell I want to do. You know what I'm saying? All right. So I hope that this is something you and your family can talk about. Ooh, la, la, la. Ooh, la, la, la. Welcome to the Asia and Cliff Mega Channel, guys. Ooh, la, la, la. My head ain't cut off or nothing, right? Okay, good. Hey guys, welcome. I'm Nasia. If you're new, if you're not new, I'm still Nasia. Welcome back. Hey, so I think money is very important, very pertinent, very, I feel like it's just not taught to us, like the importance of it. Like, not to say it's the whole world, like everything money, man. No, it's just that if you're living in America, it gives you the opportunity to really focus on yourself once you do not have to worry about money. Like, once money is working for itself, it gives you the opportunity to work on yourself, which is awesome. Okay, so I was watching a video, right, where they were saying that what would you do, who would you be if you had all the money you needed to cover all your expenses and all your needs and all your wants? Like, who would you be? Would you be giving? Would you be like loving? Would you be mean? Would you be irresponsible? How would you be? Like, who would you be? What would you be doing? Like, what would your hobbies be? And I thought about that. I was like, you know what, I still would be me, but I might have new hobbies. If I didn't have to think about money all the time, I think I might have new hobbies, and I think I would learn some new things about myself. And I don't think in a bad way. I think I would discover some really good things about me, and a lot of people associated with me will be all A-okay. They're going to be A-okay. If I'm A-okay, they're going to be A-okay too. If they did good things for me, I'm going to do good things for them. But anyway, so I was also thinking that I'm in a point in my life where I'm like, okay, I invest. Like, me and my husband invest, but I feel like the investment is slow. I mean, maybe because we're conservative. Well, he does mostly the investing, and he's conservative, I guess you would call it. But he's done really well with it and stuff like that. And me, now that I'm like saving more, I'm like, what am I gonna do with this money? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just can't just sit, especially not in a bank. You know, these banks do not give you a good percentage on your money. They just don't. Like, ugh. So I just been looking into a lot of different things of how to invest my money. And I'm like, in school, they don't teach you about money. They don't teach you that money is supposed to circulate. It's supposed to move and not sit, and that there's different ways that you can make money. I mean, I'm almost 50. I know there's different ways you can make money. But I mean, there's really a billion ways to make money. Like, I've been hearing about Forex trading and trading stocks for the longest of time. And mind you, me and my husband, we invested in stocks, okay? We invested in crypto. We made some money off of crypto and stuff like that. Nothing life-changing, but a good amount of money that you could pay a bill to it. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, we're trying to get off our jobs. That's the main source, right? And to have these kind of investments. But the thing is, I know you're probably saying, because I don't know what kind of investor you are, aggressive, beginner. I don't know what kind of investor you are. You're probably saying, but, you know, investing is risky. Hey, life is risky, okay? Money is not supposed to sit. Money is supposed to move. Money is supposed to work for you. So I'm looking for something that's not really risky, not yet. Because when you start making enough money, risky is different, depending on what's risky to you. You know what I'm saying? But, like, how can I really let my money circulate? How can I make it move? How can I get a good return on my money? So one of the things I've heard of a lot was Forex trading, and I'm learning that there's different kinds of trading. I thought it was just Forex trading. I didn't know there were like different kinds of trading. Like, you could trade stocks, you could trade crypto, you can do what they call safe option. No, that's not option. I think call open, something like that. I'm learning these things, and it's different ways you can actually bet against or for the market. It's like different ways you can make money. And I was like, they don't teach you this in school. It's like you have to self teach yourself everything. Like, because in school they just teach you what to be a worker, to be a worker bee. That's why when I was telling my husband the other day, I was like, babe, like every time I'm like, okay, I need to do something that's gonna stimulate my mind. Like jobs is not work. It's so tedious. It's the same thing over and over again. It's not creative. I don't have no time for myself. I don't have no time for our daughter. She's the youngest. I want to be with her more. I want to take her out places. I want to do things with her. But I'm always working and I'm tired. And I'm like, I gotta find a way where I can make more money quicker. You know what I'm saying? A good return on my money. You know what I'm saying? Without being too risky. I want to be a little over conservative, just a little bit, just a tiny bit over conservative, not exactly conservative, but a little tiny bit over conservative. So I was looking at I bonds and what else, crypto, which all those things we got into before, but I was just like, dividends, like we got that, but it's not like enough. You know what I'm saying? It's not enough to say, you know what, I can quit my job right now. You know what I'm saying? And I need something I can quit my job. Not per se right now, but like have this long-term goal. I feel like with stocks right now, I feel like I don't really see a way that we can quit. My husband, he knows more about it than me, okay? But I'm looking into the trading, and I'm seeing how, like, I'm reading the charts, I'm understanding the charts by watching YouTube, which is crazy because I've always been good in math. I've always been really good in math, so I'm like, okay. So I'm watching the charts to see how people are using the charts and having their own strategies with trading. And I'm like, oh, I get this. I understand the charts. And imagine if I keep diving more into the charts and understanding it, you know what I'm saying, and using the news as a benefit, an asset, and not a liability, because it's always been a liability to me because I never like to watch the news. Throw it away, give it to somebody else, because let me say that all of it is staged. A lot of it, no, all of it is staged. When I went to college and they told me, when I was in, I think, journalism class, and I was asking the professor, I said, so they was like, you can't put out anything on the news. You can't just, you know, investigate whatever you want to investigate. It has to be within certain guidelines. I'm like, why? The whole point of journalism is to find the truth. And sometimes the truth, you can't be, you know, you can't be asking permission for the truth. You know what I'm saying? She said the media is owned by private corporations. So I was like, if it don't align with their overall corporation, you cannot put it out on the news. And I'm talking about all of them. Okay, it's just, that's the way it's set up. And I'm just like, well, what's the point of being a journalism if you out there to be, you know, to get the truth, to find out what's really going on, and all of it is a joke. Not a joke, but all of it is like a show. I mean, if it's owned by a private corporation and you can't put out what you want, it's like a show to me, because I'm a film director. It's like a show. So if you ain't putting out nothing under my name, you know what I'm saying? Like, if, you know, I'm a director, so I understand that. So after that, I didn't want to pursue higher education. I did get my degree, but not my graduate degree. I got an undergrad degree. So I'm like, I don't want to do this no more. I don't even want to be in broadcasting anymore. And then YouTube and all that came out, and then I say, oh, I can do YouTube, I can do what I want. Not, well, to an extent with YouTube, you can do what you want. But anyway, back to the whole money thing. So I was like, this money thing, they didn't teach me none of this trading, this forex stuff. Even in economic class, all they taught you was supply and demand. And I'm just like, okay, so that's how I get the supply and demand with the charts and stuff like that. But why didn't y'all teach us about the trading part with the stocks and stuff like that? Because I feel like if they would have taught us that, it's no work. It would be no workers. Okay, it'll be no workers. Not saying that people don't lose money with the stocks. You can lose money with anything. Okay, you can lose your life walking down the street. All right, I'm just saying that it's a viable way to actually, like, when you really learn the market and you really learn charts and you really learn money, it's a viable way of like having some income. You know what I'm saying? Like, depending on how much income you want, because some people want a lot of income. Some people want just enough, just like their job is just enough. And there's people that just get on and do trades once a day or once a week, and that's enough for them, and they're not working. They're not working. And granted, some of them might be lying. You know what I'm saying? Some might be lying, but not all of them is lying. I mean, maybe all of them was lying, but I don't believe all of them was lying, only because I've been looking into it and I can see how it could be viable, where you can trade for a week and you know, you have a certain amount of risk, certain amount of options that you want to do and stuff like that, blah 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 blah. I ain't learned all the ins and outs of it, but I kind of get the whole thing of how they're making money and how that you can live off of the trading stock options, and depending on what avenue you want to go in. This video is not to teach you it or not to convince you you should be doing it. Okay, I'm learning more about it, and I'm just like, why? It's just so many different avenues. Like, as I'm growing older, I'm learning even more and more avenues of how you can make your money work for you. And I remember just weeks ago, I was telling my husband, I was like, I was like telling myself, I was telling him, I was like, look, telling my brain, look, I need to come up with ways to invest my money, like, so I can get out this job, because I don't see a way. And my brain keeps telling me, go back to school, you know, so you can get another job, blah blah. I'm like, no, I already did that. I did that for years. That's not working. Give me other options. And I'm telling you, my brain will keep telling me the same thing. They really programmed us well, y'all. They really programmed us very well. Okay, because the brain just keep bringing us back to that whole go to school, get a job, get a good education thing. And I'm just like, that's not working for me. It's not making me happy. And I don't think we were meant to just be unhappy. I don't think we're meant to just be here, like, just doing things we don't like. I just don't think that's my purpose. Might be your purpose. Look, if it's your purpose, it's your purpose, but it ain't mine. Okay, so I'm looking into different avenues, and it's a lot of scamming going on too, so you got to be very careful. But follow your intuition, pray about whoever you talk to, and take whatever advice you feel comfortable in taking. You know, I ain't say take my advice. I'm saying learn about money and how to make it work for you. I think that's very important. I think it's very important to pick the right bank, because I think most of them suck. I think it's very important to know where your money is going, how you're using your money. I think that's very important. I mean, I'm just understanding the whole concept of credit cards, and because I'm a spender, and my husband will tell you I'm a spender, yes, but I'm also a saver too, because I save money, but I also want to increase my money so I can spend more. But anyway, my husband watching this, he probably be laughing at me. But anyway, y'all, what I'm saying is understand your money, understand what you're spending, how to make it double, how to make it triple. Once you learn how to make it double, you can learn how to make it triple. You can make it how to quadruple. This is how people become rich, because they just spend time. Like, you have time to really think and say, how can I quadruple my money? How can I double my money? But when you working and you stressed and you tired, you don't even be thinking about money. You're just thinking about, okay, it's coming in to pay this bill, this is coming in to pay that bill. But you're not thinking that, you know what, you can have a life where money can work for you, and you can work on yourself, and you do things you want to do, and you know, take care of your mama or your daddy or your papa or your kids, whatever. Show them how to do what you was doing, instead of showing them stuff that's just outdated. Jobs are becoming really outdated. It's just a slow way of making money. It's very slow, and I need something quicker. You know what I'm saying? I need something quicker. I want more of my time. I'm almost 50, and I mean, do we live to 100? If we live to 100, that means I have 50 more years, and these 50 years flew by. So if the next 50 years fly by, I don't want to be like, dang, well, I spent it working, man. I just spent it working, paying bills. That's whack. That's not happening to me. I'm not doing that. I want to spend the next 50 years doing what the hell I want to do. You know what I'm saying? All right. So I hope that this is something you and your family could talk about. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed me. And I hope that it inspired you to take more action on your money too, and where to put it, where you want it to circulate, and where you want it to go. Don't give it all to the corporations. Give some back to yourself and make it work for you. Make somebody work for you. Should you working for somebody? Make that money work for you. Make that money, baby. Don't make that money work. What was it? Make that money. Don't make the money work. Make that money. Make make the money. Don't make the money work you. Something like that. You know what I mean? I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.